Hey, we are ready for lesson 4. You have gotten this far. It's been almost a month, and I'm proud of all of you. I know it hasn't been easy. Um, we all have had some challenges or just adjusting to the class, but I'm grateful for all of you and that you stuck it out. And I hope you're seeing improvement in your English and also that you're just learning and growing. It's always fun to see self-growth. So, lesson 4. Um, if you go real briefly, there's my announcement. I want to talk about my late policy first so that it doesn't get missed. Because we're past the first 3 weeks, there's now going to be my late policy in place. The reason we don't do it for the first 3 weeks in our pathway courses are because we know this is new for people and some of you added a week late or had glitches with your internet or your program. So we're hoping those are all cleared up and now we're ready to submit assignments on time. Let me talk about our late policy. You have 1 week to turn things in late. So it can be up to 1 week late, 7 days. After that, it's not accepted because I have found the later you get from the when it was due, we're losing the effectiveness of those assignments, and it starts to get too many things caught due and crammed together, and that's a lot of assignments to catch up on and to have a true authentic learning experience when you have so many assignments to catch up on. So that's why don't let it get more than a week late. I think you can manage if it is up to a week late, and then after that there's too many things pile up. So turn it in on time, but if you have special emergencies, I'll take those cases one by one. You email me, but I really don't do exceptions unless there's an extreme case, just because we're trying to teach you in this first course, the college, getting you ready for college, and hopefully wherever you're going to go after the Pathway program, this helps you prepare for that. Getting things in on time is important. So if it's a day late, it's just 5% taken off. So if it was an assignment worth 10 points, I'll take off half a point, okay? After that, it's going to be 1 point each day that it's late. So if it's 3 days late, put my hands over here, then you'll have 5% because that first day, and then 10, 10. So that's 25% taken off. Hopefully that makes sense. So if it was a 10-point assignment, you're going to get 7.5 points. And that's after any other possible deductions. Maybe you only wrote one sentence when it asked for a paragraph. So I might deduct some other points and then take also the late deduction. So you can let me know if you have questions when you get assignments that possibly are turned in late. But there's my late policy, and I hope this will just, like I said, it'll help us just work on following the schedule, knowing when things are due, and getting them turned in on time. One piece of advice: start early. If you wait until Wednesday to start all the Wednesday night assignments, then you're cramming in, and it's just, not only are you possibly not able to get them all in on time and you lose points, but I think you're doing yourself a disservice and you're not be able to learn as much as you could if you did a little every day. Same thing with Saturday night. Don't wait until Saturday to do all those assignments. Do a little bit every day, like that schedule that you were supposed to do in lesson 2, to really help you identify where you're going to work on pathway assignments. Next, I'm just going to go to the content page to show you this week. I love the topic we're going over. It is lifelong learning. So when I go to lesson 4, it tells you the title. I love this quote by Elder Eyring. Most people start learning out of fear. They're afraid they cannot learn. They found that the main reason why most students don't finish out college or don't even start is because they're scared of failure. You never need to have fear. That if you need never have that fear if you are faithful. Your formal schooling may be interrupted for some reason, and a lot of you may have had that happen, but I want you to know with absolute certainty that you can learn whatever God would have you learn. Great learners believe that, to have that attitude that they can learn. So I think it's also just mentally telling yourself, I can learn. No matter how hard it is, I can do it. I love lifelong learning because even though I'm done with all my formal schooling, maybe one day I'll go and get a doctorate, but for now I don't have formal schooling, but every day I'm trying to learn. So it doesn't stop. And I think of our dear prophet and all that he is learning right now, President Nelson. Even though he's 93 and you would think they'd be done learning. He's not even close. He still is continually learning and striving to improve, and that's such an example for us. I just want to show you one thing that I had a question from somebody about this week. In the pre-gathering folder, this can be slightly confusing, if it will take us there. Okay, is, as you see, speaking partner appointment, it tells you it's due Wednesday night. Now, you don't have to have met with your speaking partner by Wednesday night, because really you don't report about that until your listening speaking log, and that's not due until Saturday. But what they want is to have at least your appointment set. So for this one, you don't ever turn in saying, yes, I have set my appointment. You just report on the log when you have done your appointment and fulfilled it. So if this says it's overdue and you're stressed out because you don't meet with your speaking partner until Fridays, don't worry. It's just kind of a reminder for you. Oh, you make sure you have it set and scheduled by Wednesday night so that you're insured to have it done by Saturday night. So don't stress if that says it's overdue, and there's nothing really to submit for the appointment. Just once it's all done, you record it on the log. Let me know if you have questions about that. Post-gathering, we have our application activity. I always walk through this one because the application activity tends to be a little more complex. So as you'll see, ponder about what you've learned about lifelong learning, and you'll also learn about online etiquette, how to have manners in an online setting. You'll download the template, and I've noticed that some of you are doing this, but I have a couple that did not. If you don't have Microsoft Office yet, let me know. You get that free as a student, and you should be able to get the templates once you have that downloaded into your computer. And so you just follow the instructions in that template. It opens up. Okay, write up one paragraph to answer each of the questions. So I'm looking for 3 sentences or more. What topic would you like to learn that is not, I want you to look at that, not taught in this course? So don't say time management, don't say career exploration, because that is something you will learn in this course, but what's something that you're not going to learn? So for me, I guess I can put my face back up. For me, I started learning how to knit, and I never really figured it out. So I would love to learn how to knit, and that's not taught on in this course. So you type a paragraph and why you want to learn this, how you can learn it, and when. So there's 3 things, really 4. What do you want to learn? Why do you want to learn that? How will you learn it? And when? Use Elder Bednar's questions to evaluate now your use of media. Does it invite or impede the spirit? Answer the next question, and then set a short-term goal. Make sure that's short-term, so that means it could be done in a week. So don't tell me what you're going to hopefully have done by the end of the semester, by the end of the year. So it says be as specific as you can. So don't just say, I'm going to improve how I use Instagram. That's not very specific. Maybe I'm going to share 1 thing a week on Instagram that's related to my beliefs and my testimony. Or I'm only going to get onto Facebook 1 time a day for 20 minutes. I'm going to set a timer and get out of it once it's been 20 minutes. Be specific. And then the next thing you're going to do once you set that goal, and because you'll work on that goal in lesson 5. So you set it now, set it by Saturday night, and then start working on it for the next week. So a goal that you can get done in 1 week. You're going to write an email. You see that email? On a subject matter, and it's just a sample email. The body, so the main part of the email, needs to be 6 sentences. So make sure it is 6 sentences long. That's one thing that often gets points taken off for, not having that amount that is required. And follow the guidance that we learn about guidelines for online communication. And you just type it right here. Make sure it's a sample. It's just a pretend one. It could be something you actually really need to send or not. So you have your intro. Dear Dad, maybe I'm writing to my dad. I would like, so you just type it right here. Anyway, so you keep going about, sorry, my computer's shaking. Make sure that you go, like it says, to the guidelines for online communication to follow those. Okay, I'm almost to 10 minutes. And then it just says, what are some characteristics that you had in your email that it asked you to have based on those good communication guidelines? And during this week, it's going to ask you to visit the LDS volunteer website. What did you like about it? Just let us know on number 6 in 3 sentences or more, because it said here, write up 1 paragraph to answer each of the questions. Okay, I hope that's clear. And if you have questions, let me know. I love that we're just moving right along. I'm seeing so many of you, great comments in your discussion boards. I love that you're using the questions and conversations board to connect and share how your gathering's going. I would love to see pictures on there. If you take a picture at your gathering, share it with us to get to know you. And if you have the WhatsApp app, join our group. It's just another place to talk, to get to know each other. It's an easy way to shoot a picture at your gathering and share it on there. Maybe you and your speaking partner or your peer partner, and let us know a little more about you. So thanks everyone, and have a wonderful, wonderful week.